Hola, hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Magitote. If this is your first time, well, this is most certainly your first time you're stopping by my channel in 2018 because it is the first time I am dropping a video. I have been missing in action for like forever, and I have decided to come back because I can. So first things first, I'm gonna tell you what I've been up to, but that is not actually what many people have been asking. Well, not many people, what a few people have been asking, and I intend to answer that. And the biggest question that has been going around, drum rolls, is what happened to Godfather East Africa. And without further ado, I'm gonna take you right to it.
Hi, my name is Magitote. I'm 23 years old. I'm Kenyan. I am a social person. I interact with a lot of people. The habits that irritate people around me, I think, are sometimes I can be a little bit dramatic when I'm irritated by something. The worst thing I've ever done was last year on my birthday. I cut my brother with a knife. The reason why I want to participate in Godfather East Africa is because, like I said, I'm an artistic person and all around, and I have various talents. So being in Godfather East Africa is going to work like a platform for me to reach people, to get people to know my name. I sing, not like Beyonce, but I think I'm good. I'll beat my drums, and if I'm found out, you turn a bad sir. At least I didn't fake it hurt, sir. I guess I didn't make it, but whether my rules of sheer perfection, the freck. I'm nervous, I'm a bit challenged, and I'm happy to meet people from other countries with different cultures. So I'm excited because I feel like it's going to be a whole new experience for me. So I can't wait to see what it brings to the table.
Hi, so for those people who don't know, you're stopping by here and you're wondering what is she talking about. Godfather East Africa was a reality TV show that was supposed to happen at first in March, then in April. It's been a lot of stories. Supposed to happen. Had representatives from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. Beautiful people, I tell you. It was supposed to be like a Big Brother version of East Africa. Yeah, so we signed up for it. I signed up for it. I auditioned for it. I got shortlisted. I begged all my friends and family to vote for me because I really wanted this show to happen. But guess what? It did not happen. So I want to answer the questions of you guys of why it did not happen. If you saw my video, you saw certain logos that were on that video. Man, we were misled. Bottom line is, Godfather East Africa was a scam. Like, we were scammed. Yeah, like it was supposed to be a show that is supposed to happen, but then it didn't happen. I'm just going around in circles now. I was so psyched, I was so ready, I was so pumped. Like, I was telling my friends and family, I'm going to be on Netflix, I'm going to be on this, I'm going to be on that, it's going to be a big show, please make sure you vote for me. I was out here organizing how I'm gonna have this supporting team of mine. Like, I was so psyched for this thing. So was everybody else. But when we got there, it was not like that. First of all, they stopped saying it's Netflix and started saying the Flix guys. Really, brother? Flix? That's what we're going with? Okay. MGM. This is what we found MGM to be. So, how do you guys feel about being in Godfather East Africa and finally coming with MGM?
I feel so bad. I feel so disappointed. I wish Alan Strang was one day on this show that I could give him a glass. I don't know how Banya feels.
Banya, what do you feel about this whole thing?
Sipping champagne and Hennessy shit.
And at MGM too.
At MGM on the bottom, the US, you already know what it is. So it's alright. It's magic about it.
The guy who's always just okay.
Just okay. Just okay.
He's just at MGM.
MGM studio. You know what that means?
Means we're going global, man.
MGM.
MGM State House Road.
Yeah. Yeah. was the back corridor of another. I'm not downplaying the studio we went to by any means. I respect everybody's hustle, and that's okay. But that's not the MGM they told us, man. They got us feeling some type of way. These people could not even afford to give us food at the end of the day. And it was being led by this guy. His name is Alan. He's Ugandan. Alan Ugandan. He doesn't look serious. He looks like just, he doesn't look serious, let's go with that, okay? And he had all these promises, and you know, the most annoying thing that got all of us going crazy was because he talks big, you know, like this is me talking like Alan, okay? Let me tell you, sponsors are coming from everywhere. This is going to be a big show, eh? Listen to me, Banye. Be patient. The food is coming. The alcohol is coming. We are going to be having parties every Wednesday and Saturday. Every Wednesday. Do you hear that, guys? We were supposed to have parties every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you know what these guys reduced us to? To bringing us konyagi in the house. Yeah, that's what they were doing. Like, at this point, I don't even feel like there's need to hide whatever that was going on anymore. I know we're supposed to have signed some non-disclosure agreement, contract ish, but these people could not even have hired a lawyer for this shit. For all I know, they could have just typed that shit out and brought it to us, because even the address of where their offices are is actually a house where this nigga lives, and it's not even him. I'm Let's just say we got played. And I'm not even going to say Alan was, or I'm not going to say was a pyramid scheme to milk the corporate world, because it's what many people think, and it's the only thing that will make sense. But I just think like Alan is a dreamer, like he's someone who has big dreams, but he has no idea how the industry works. He has no work ethic. He has no personal respect. He cannot converse with the person in a certain level with him. Like, he feels like he's above everyone else, which is funny coming from a broke guy who's skinny and looks like he's retarded 97% of the time. Like, man, you guys, I was so mad at this guy. Okay, anyway, after staying in Norfolk Towers like for 3 weeks or something, we got evicted. Okay, turns out these people were not paying rent. You got us living in a house that you haven't paid rent for. Like, literally, until that point, the only thing they had done right was getting the guys from other countries in, because Rwanda Air sponsored their transport. That's the only thing they did right. So when we got evicted, they sent an official email saying, we're gonna have to reschedule the dates and start the show at a later date. We will be 1st May, because there had been a little bit of hitches with the sponsors. By hitches with the sponsors, we mean what? Dufferbet has withdrawn, because Dufferbet thought like, Alan, that particular guy, is a scam artist. He's the con artist. That's what they say. That was the reason why they withdrew. That's what we came to later learn. Okay, and then with Dufferbet without, it's like they lost a major sponsor in the show, so it had to be on hold. So it stayed from 1st May, and then when we were getting closer to 1st May and we were waiting for us to be called back for the show, they went up on Instagram and they said that there's going to be more countries. That's right, people. They could not work with 4 countries, so they thought, why not disappoint 5 more and make it 9 countries? That's what we were working with. So now they got us up here talking about, oh, we're going to be back and we're going to have 9 countries now. They're going to have girls from Eritrea. We're going to have, guys and girls from Eritrea, from Sudan. They added all these countries that they were supposed to bring on board, right? Then it came to 1st May, and then they were like, give us a week to 7th May. Come 7th May, well, there was a show that Eddie Kenzo was supposed to perform, and this show was supposed to provide them at least 3 million. Well, you know how much I know all these details is because these people were sharing them with us. That's the production talking to the contestants about how they are running the show. That just goes to show you how disorganized these individuals were. Okay, so Eddie Kenzo was supposed to come and perform in 64 in Nairobi. There's a club called 64, right? So he came to perform. He was supposed to perform on Sunday. We were supposed to get in the house on Monday. But instead of getting the call to join the house on Monday, guess what we get? Alan's wife, who happens to be very expectant, no offense, Carol, and his partner called Kaka J were arrested. They ended up in jail. Why? Because Eddie Kenzo just came. He was supposed to come and perform. He showed up for less than 10 minutes and then he took off. And they left with Alan and they left with the money they had been paid. And guess what? Alan left his wife. You know, I'm I'm just gonna be out here looking like I'm ranting like a bitter person, but it's because I'm mad at some of these things people do, okay? So Alan had his wife arrested and they've been in jail for like all day. Right now, as we speak, there's no Godfather. There is no communication from Alan whatsoever. Kaka denies ever working with Alan, even though we both know he's bipolar as shit. Like one day he's gonna say this and then another day say this. But Kaka denies ever working with Alan. Alan's house is locked. There are no doors. Netflix story was a charade. It wasn't going to happen. There was no Netflix on board. There was no MGM on board. There was only Rondaya, who's hasn't wants nothing to do with him. By the way, Alan is wanted by the police. And there was Dapperbet, which withdrew. Those are the only companies who are on board. So to cut my long story short, Godfather just died before it started. And that's the story of Godfather. So I'm gonna give you guys a disclaimer. If you ever see this face, Alan's face, run. He's not to be trusted. He I'm not even going to call him a con artist, because I think con artists are smarter than this. They're brave. They play their cards right. Okay, I just think he's a dreamer who needs to go back home and become a farmer, because obviously this industry was not built for dum-dums like him. And that's it. That's what happened in Godfather. It didn't happen. It just left me high and dry.